There are people who assume that you should not make worldly things your priority, meaning they should not earn any wealth, they should not have a nice car, they should not wear nice clothing, they should not enjoy life at all, because they think that if you do so, then Allah is no longer your priority. False, wrong. Who said that a mu'min, a believer, a prophet cannot laugh a little bit, cannot enjoy life a little bit? Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam once said, Inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beautiful. He likes His servants to be beautiful, to look beautiful, to enjoy beautiful things. A man, this is in reply to a man who said, Ya Rasulullah, some of us like to wear nice shoes, nice clothing. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Allah is beautiful, He likes beauty. There's nothing wrong with it. They used to sit around after Fajr, and the companions would talk about things that made Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam smile, and they would laugh about it, entertaining themselves about worldly things, but in a halal way. They used to enjoy conversations, they used to entertain each other. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim Rahmatullahi alayhi, he says, one of the things I learnt about living this life as a mu'min is that I was sitting under a tree one time writing. So Imam al-Qayyim was very poetic in his words. He said, I was sitting under a tree, this is the poem he's saying, and I saw these two men carrying a log. What were they carrying? A log. And this log was heavy. One man on one side, the other one on the other side, and they were trying to transport this log to another place. Because it was so heavy and he could see that they were sweating and it was hot, he found that they were saying poetry to one another. One of them would say a line of poetry and end it with a letter. Then the other person had to start another line of poetry with the same letter he ended. So they were playing a game, and they were entertaining themselves. Ibn al-Qayyim Rahmatullahi alayhi said, I learned a lesson over here. The way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He is your priority, does not necessarily mean that you avoid and abandon entertaining things of this world, but rather embrace the entertaining things of this world with the right intention, and make it a halal way, a way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. There's nothing wrong with saying poetry and playing a game with ending letters. In order for them to forget about their pain which they were going through, and forget about the heat which they were going through, in order to help them finish their work to move the log from one place to another and still feel satisfied and happy. Similarly is the case of our deen. If your priority is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then one of the means that help you is to work for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in an entertaining form. Nothing wrong with that. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam once sat trying to teach a man about how many rak'ahs are in each prayer and how many prayers they are. So Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would repeat, Fajr is 2 prayers, Dhuhr is 4 rak'ahs, Asr is 4, Maghrib is 3, Isha is 4. And the man could not memorize them, subhanAllah, he had a bad memory. So a companion entered and he found that Prophet ﷺ was struggling, really, in trying to take this man to memorize the amount of raka'at and so on. So the man said, Ya Rasulullah, allow me, can I try? So we sat with him and he made what the Prophet ﷺ said in the form of poem, in the form of a poem, it rhymed. And the man memorized it. Teaching the deen in an entertaining fashion. You are enjoying it, you're having a laugh, at the same time you're making Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your priority. Why are you doing it? You're doing it to make the deen easier for the people, to bring the deen to the people. And some people, they say, why should I drive to the masjid? Walk to the masjid. Ya akhi, it's dhuhr. It's 40 degrees. Still walk? Yes, because for every step that you take, there are 10 hasanat put on, a hasana put on and a sayyah taken off. Or 10 hasanat put on and 10 off. So you should walk. Even if it means I'm going to probably not make it there because of the heat, yes. La ya akhi, no. Your priority is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it means that, go in your car and go there. Make deen easy for you to practice. Don't make it hard upon you to practice. Less is more sometimes, so long as your intentions are good. So if your priority is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger, then you will be a person who enjoys worship, not one who makes it hard. عايش بالهم ودموعات